So I've set myself a target. In 1 hour, I'm going to make as many phone calls to mobile numbers, and the goal is to get 10 no's in a row. People ask me, how did I get good at prospecting? I used to set little games for myself, and this is one of the games. My job is to try to get 10 no's in a row. And if I get a yes, I have to start back at 0. So what's going to happen over the next 60 minutes? Watch the video and let's find out. I'm calling mobile numbers, by the way, or cellular phones for our American friends. These are mobile numbers. So, no gatekeepers on this particular video. Good. Of course, swim.
This is the Vodafone voicemail.
We'll do the voicemail cut off.
07.
This is a bit of fun. Now, hopefully, I'll get it. Hopefully, the button will work. Here we go.
After the tone. When you finish recording, please hang up or press the hash key for more options.
Chris, it's Benjamin. My number's
07 777 777 777.
Look, the reason I'm calling is I was in a conversation with a colleague, and they suggested that we should, and we just hang up midway through the sentence. Is that a no? No, it's not a no. I can't mark that off as a no. It's the famous phrase of all salespeople, it's a maybe.
Hello?
Oh, hello? Is that James?
It's not, sorry.
Oh, I've dialed the wrong number somehow. You're not part of,
No, I'm not.
Oh, I have completely dialed the wrong number. You're not a managing director of a company by any chance then?
I'm not, no.
President, CEO?
No, nothing, unfortunately.
Oh, do you want to buy sales training services anyway while I got you on the line?
No, I'm alright, thanks, mate.
Do you sell for a living?
No, I don't.
Oh, you lucky. All right. Well, what? I've got the wrong details. I thought you were a managing director of a tech company, so I've totally screwed up, so I do apologise.
No problem.
You don't, what do you do out of interest? I'm just curious. You've got me.
I work in investor relations for a FTSE 250 company.
Oh, that's a big company though, isn't it?
Oh, well, yes, I work for recruitment.
Ah, get out of here. That was my first ever sales job was
Oh, there you go.
There you go. We've come full circle. Well, look, James, apologies for disturbing you. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
All right, cheers, buddy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's not a no. Don't know what that is. Can't believe it. I worked at first sales job. I'd never go back. Notice how many questions we were able to ask him and how he answered. Is he an MD? No. Does he run a tech company? No. Does he want to buy sales training? No. Which company does he work for? What does he do? He answered all of those questions. I'm a total stranger.
This is the Vodafone voicemail service for 077. Please leave a message after the tone. When you finish recording, please hang up or press the hash key for more options.
Oh, Sarah, it's Benjamin. My number
07 777 777 777.
Look, I was speaking with a colleague actually, and they suggested that we should probably, and we hang up mid-sentence. Oops, someone's calling back. Hello?
Hi,
Oh, hello, is that Sarah?
it is.
Thank you for returning my call. Now, you are actually going to hate me. It was actually a cold call.
Nah, give it a go, why not?
Yeah, well, exactly. Hey, Sarah, so don't take up too much of your time. Are you the managing director at or
I am.
you are?
And CIC, so how can I help?
Okay, wow, right, so this is bigger than I thought. You got me here, right? Okay, so no, look, 30 seconds, and then if you're not interested, you can hang up. So
Okay.
I typically get invited in by sort of managing directors like yourself. They're usually successful. They're running very good businesses, but if they're honest, sometimes I think their sales is a bit of a bottleneck to growth. And it manifests itself, maybe you've got salespeople and you're a little frustrated that they're perhaps reluctant or not motivated to pick up the phone and prospect. Or if they do pick up the phone, they sound so wimpy and needy that you think, I don't think I'd want to meet with them. Or, lastly, maybe you get in front of loads of people and, things are going well, but you feel your guys are maybe a little too quick to discount, or you find yourself quoting and hoping a lot.
Yeah.
But by the sounds of it, you're going to tell me you don't recognise any of this, I get the feeling.
Kind of. So I'm probably the worst person to speak to in terms of a customer option for you, just on the grounds of A, I deliver sales training. B, I kind of don't need to do sales at the minute, and it would scare the shit out of me if I did, because we're quite happy with the number of customers we've got, unless I want to start taking on my 5th building inside the last 12 months, and that sounds a little bit ridiculous. However, I do, because I don't do as much training as I used to, I do still have people that need your services. So I've got no issue. If you want to ping me your details, if I have my other work hat on, which is I do some support of a couple of businesses in London, it might be that I can pass some leads your way of people that could really benefit from everything you've just said.
Okay, well, that's very decent of you.
That's right.
Yeah, no, okay. Tell me this, because I am intrigued. So you own 5 businesses, by the sounds of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now you've got me intrigued. How did you, because that fascinates me. How did you manage to own 5 businesses and sales train and, how do you do it? You're like super Wonder Woman. It's amazing.
By accident, it's probably I've done many years in working with children with behaviour, working with families, working with schools. It happened, I then decided I needed to be able to support the children directly, so we set up a business for children.
Wow.
And then I needed a way of funding that, so I set up a COC to fund it.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
Super impressive. Well, look, I have an email for you, and it's just
random@email.co.uk.
That's the one. So ping your details that way, and then I will send over anybody I think would be useful to you.
Well, thank you very much. I should probably tell you, yes, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. And it's the most pleasant no that I've had in a long time. So thank you for that.
Good. There you go. See, so it was worth us talking.
It was worth it. Thank you for calling me back.
No problem.
Hey, actually, one last question.
Oh, yeah.
Out of interest, I'm not sure if my message cut out when I phoned you. I
I
can't.
got half of it, and the reason I called you back is because you said my colleagues have told me to talk to you.
Ah.
So there you go.
Well, I'm glad you misheard that, because I said I'd been talking to my colleague.
There we go.
Anyway, good to know. All right then,
Lovely.
Sarah,
All right
thank you
then,
very
see you
much.
later.
Cheers, bye. That's a no. No, it's not a no. It's a, damn it. I can't stop until I get 9 no's. I was intrigued to know why she called back. So see, it did cut off, but she misheard it. She said, my colleague said to, but no, I didn't. I said, I've been speaking with a colleague. See how wonderful it is when you use language that you know people are going to confuse? Because that's why I know people call back, because they slightly mishear it. See how easy this is? I want to get someone really rude. That's what we want, because then I can just let rip. Oh, he's calling back. Hello?
Hello, it's just Andrew. I've just had a missed call from you.
Oh, I was just leaving you. Andrew, you're actually going to hate me now. Actually, it was a cold call, prospecting call. Oh, I know.
All right.
So, can I have 30 seconds? 30 seconds.
Come on then.
All right. So, Andrew, look, I get invited in typically by successful business owners such as yourself, often in the IT sector. You're doing well. You've got salespeople, but if you're honest, sales can be a bit of a bottleneck to growth, and sometimes you can be a bit frustrated. Perhaps your team are reluctant or not motivated to pick up the phone, or if they do pick up the phone, they struggle to get past gatekeepers or get fobbed off with, can you send me an email? And finally, maybe you have none of that, but you guys get in front of people, but maybe they're just too quick to discount, drop their pants, and you find yourself quoting and hoping a lot. But you're probably going to tell me you don't recognize any of these, though, I get the feeling.
Well, no. What I was going to tell you is I do still have one IT company, but I don't get involved in it at all. And the other one, I've just sold. I got out of. So the only business I've got now, we've got construction companies. So I'm not in the IT sector anymore.
Oh. Do you have salespeople in the construction sector?
No, we just, all we do is we source land and we build our own projects. So we, which is the reason why I got out of IT.
It's very
I got out of
different.
all that because I don't like having staff.
Oh, you're a man after my own heart. I hate people too. It's annoying, isn't it?
So put it this way, although I will listen to you, I am definitely the wrong person that you're trying to target, because unless you can teach me,
Yes.
there's no point. And to be honest, I wouldn't even want any more work if you could even give us it. So that's where we are. We've spent years building up IT companies and we sold them, and now like all we do is we build like big houses, like £1 million plus mansions. And that's all we do.
Did you build one for yourself?
We do that. Yeah, we build for ourselves.
I had a
build for other
feeling.
people.
Good for you.
So,
Good for you.
That's all we do. So I'm the wrong person
No.
to speak to, but I do appreciate it all.
No, it's right. Last question, and I'll let you go. Do you know anyone in business not as fortunate as you that does have these salespeople that you may remember from the day, or someone you hate that you'd like to send a cold caller to? Either's fine.
I don't think so. Honestly, I haven't really, even though I've had IT companies, I haven't even been in that sector for, I don't know, maybe 3-4 years anyway.
Okay.
And you know, for me, I wouldn't even know who to put you on to. You know what I mean? But put it this way, if I went back into the other businesses where I would know people, they've probably all moved on. You know what I mean? I've got no clue who they are, and
Not a problem.
to be honest, I don't want to even get back involved in that. So.
I hate to look.
I appreciate your call.
I look forward to hanging up my sales hat too. So I envy you, sir.
I bet. Thank you very much.
You're most
Appreciate the
welcome. Cheers. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Whenever I do this, I get people leave comments saying, well, that guy clearly couldn't buy. Why did you keep talking to him? Well, number one, we're creating content for YouTube, so we need to have some depth to it. Number two, and this is the most important thing, I'm trying to demonstrate that you can keep asking questions of a stranger and they will keep answering. How much information did that guy give me? How much did he tell me about his life? What did he get from me? Nothing. He didn't even get my name. That's a no, though. It's a no. I'll tell you.
Hello, speaking out now.
Oh, hello. Look, I'll be up front. You're going to hate me. This is actually a cold call, prospecting call. So not sure if you want to hang up or give me 30 seconds and then decide.
Try this one.
Oh, he just hung up. Right. Now, what do you do when someone hangs up? You call back and say, I think we got cut off. We're going to do it. If he answers, this will be fascinating. Come on. He felt powerful at that moment.
Hi, this is... Sorry I can't take your call at the moment, but please leave a message and I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
When you finish recording, please hang up or press the hash key for more options.
Oh, hi. I think we got cut off. Sorry about that. Probably a problem at my end. Look, if you want to call me back, the number...
07 777 777 777.
Sincerely apologies. My fault. That is a definitive no. So, ooh, let's highlight this guy for special treatment.
Hello?
Hello, is that Harry?
Yeah, speaking.
Hey, Harry. So you just returned my call, and you're gonna hate me. It was actually a prospecting call, a cold call, in fact.
Oh, right, okay. How have you got my mobile number then?
How have I got you? I buy data, and it's on a list of data that I buy.
You should probably try a more unique approach than just cold calling these days. I don't tend to find it works very well, to be honest.
What would you suggest? Because trust me, the day I don't have to cold call is the day. Have you got secrets on how to get customers without cold call? You got to share.
I have.
Yeah. But you don't cold call as an organisation?
No, not at all. No, not at all.
Is it because you don't like receiving them that you don't like doing them, or is it you just don't think they work?
A bit of both, really. I sort of think whenever anyone cold calls me now, I'm just a bit like, yeah. So in terms of sales, and then when it gets down the pipeline, and then you know, obviously you're not going to win everything that you pitch for, so you're probably going to get 25% close, whatever, of anything you actually quote for. We're actually not too bad. As a business, we've had 35% growth this year so far.
That's all right. Why do you still pitch and quote?
Why?
Why?
Why do we quote?
Yeah. I mean, you charge for quotes, I assume. You don't do that for free.
No. You obviously don't know our industry very well. If that's...
I've challenged
somebody to do a quote.
Really? And of the quotes that you do, what's your close rate like? Just out of interest.
When we don't quote everything because if there's no desire to actually, you know, some people you get too far and you push them back and get to the no, don't you?
Yeah.
So we don't actually put a proposal in front of anyone until we've got to that point.
Okay. Oh, it sounds like you're doing pretty well then.
Yeah, we're not doing badly at the minute, to be fair.
I like it. So you don't know anyone then that's not doing as well as you that you'd like to send a cold call or two?
I don't know. What is it? Just yourself then in the organisation, or is it like do you have a team of trainers? Do you? Or...
If I told you it was just me, would that disappoint you?
No, not at all. No, not necessarily.
No.
Yeah.
Have you ever done any sales training? Because I mean, most people hate it. Most people hate it. Yeah.
I have done it. Yeah. And it was a few years ago, and we ditched it because, to be honest, there was a lot of value in it.
Yeah.
But it was a bit American, to be honest, if that makes sense.
Who did you use? Because there's quite a lot of American companies.
It was an industry mentoring thing. And what we kind of did is, after doing it for 2 or 3 years, we kind of took our own take of it and took the bits that worked for us. Because Americans are a different breed, aren't they? Let's be honest. I mean, you can't sell to English people like you know, in the same manner. And there's bits, you know, we've got a process to our sales process, which is basically like, you know, you talk about, you know, look, yes is good, no is fine too. You know, it's kind of it's that whole. There's a name for it. I forget what it is, but it's a consultative approach where you're kind of asking the questions.
Yeah.
Peeling back the pain. At no point do you reveal what you're actually going to do, but you just say, it sounds like after 3 questions delving deeper on each aspect. I mean, to be honest, it's one of those things though, you know, you don't close everything. You know, sometimes, I mean, I am intrigued, to be honest, that you're telling me that you charge people for quotes.
Yeah, I mean, it's the biggest pushback I get when I meet with a company. They say you can't do it, and the normally it's because they've never tried. And if you're doing something of value, let me ask you a question, because this is the one thing I realise with my client. What do you think the close rate is like on quotes and proposals that people pay for?
I don't know, actually. No, now you said that, it's made me think, because if they've paid for it, then it means that they really want it, so therefore...
Yeah, you're starting to see... Yeah, you see, the thing is, I know and you know that as a prospect, my job is to get 3 different quotes.
Yeah.
And I may not use any of them, because I'm going actually with the 4th guy. I was just doing a bit of market research. The amount of times you get used, or we get used, purely for our data is unbelievable. If you actually sat down and you figure out how much it costs, it starts to... I've seen grown men cry when you figure out the cost of sale.
I know what you mean. And in certain scenarios, like there was something that I did a couple of years ago where, and I've stopped doing it now because it's just not worth it. Say that you get a company, my IT provider's XYZ, and they're going to try and charge me for a project. When you kind of get to the crux of it, you know that all they're going to do is hit their own IT provider over the head with your quote.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can see the value in what you're saying in that sense. If there is ever a situation where someone wanted us to do a comparative quote based on that scenario, then I just don't do it anymore. But what I could say now I've spoken to you is, well, I'll do it, but I'll have to charge for it. There's a
subtle way of doing it. You can't just say I'll charge you for it, because people will run a mile. Can I ask you a question? Let's pretend, just pretend, I could show you how to sell quotes and you genuinely believed it would work and you were comfortable with doing it. Is there any reason you want to spend half an hour, 45 minutes with me exploring that further? And if you're not interested, you can tell me to sling my hook and never hear from me again.
Yeah, do you know what? Your approach, though, is it's quite similar in a sense. You know, like what you're saying and it is quite similar to some of the stuff that we've been exposed to in the past.
So you don't like it?
No. What I'm saying is that maybe some of the stuff that maybe, in a sense, that we are a bit rusty with it now, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we could sharpen it up a bit, maybe.
Well, yeah, I'm called the pencil sharpener for that very reason. So.
Certainly a character, I'll give you that.
Oh, well.
Do you know what? It's much better. You know, and also there's cold calling and cold calling, isn't there? Like, I'm having a proper conversation.
You are.
I've been all along.
Well, you see,
some of the people I get cold calling me is like people from India trying to sell me software development. They can barely string a sentence together.
Yeah.
You know, and that kind of just that pissed me off. Yeah, big time.
No, I completely appreciate that. But I think look, so let me ask you. So, do you want to invite me in for 45 minutes and at the end of it, you can sling me out and you'll never hear from me again? And I actually do mean that, because you can't hurt my feelings. I'm a salesman.
If you want to, why not?
All right, Neil, why don't we do it? You know, that's interesting, because at the beginning of this call, you said you don't like sales calls. And here we are.
Well, no, as in terms of like, I think with yourself, the call's been a bit different. It's not the normal, I can tell from talking to you, you're probably the kind of person that I'll probably get on with, if you know what I mean.
Well, that's half the battle.
My guard was up initially because it was a cold call. And when you get that thing and it's like, I was talking to my colleague and he put a note across my desk. That's one of the ones that used to use. But whereabouts are you based then? Whereabouts are you based?
If I told you Bournemouth, would that...
Oh, Bournemouth. Christ, yeah, that's...
yeah. It's where we come to die in England. It's the Florida, isn't it? It's the Florida of the UK. You didn't catch my name, did you? Or did you?
No, I didn't. No, I don't think I did.
No. Do you want it before the meeting, or should we leave it as a surprise?
Might as well. Then at least I can see your email.
Yeah, it's Benjamin. Benjamin. Yeah, the name's Benjamin. You wouldn't have heard of me, but yeah, let's have a chat and see where things go. Like I say, and look, honestly, on that meeting, if you don't think or see any value in what I do, feel free to tell me no. You can't hurt my feelings.
Absolutely, yeah. And do you know what? That is one of the things that I say already.
Oh, wow.
When I start the sales process, and that is part of what this process taught us back in the day.
Wow.
Was that, look, it's great to say yes, but we're not going to get offended if you say no. Our service isn't for everybody. If you don't see the value in it, then
yeah,
that's pretty much our opening gambit, to be fair.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah.
This is scary. This is freaky. How common, how aligned we are. But anyway, well, look, when do you want to do this? When would suit you?
Or whatever, yeah.
I'll shoot you an invite. Well, there you go. See, sometimes these cold calls.
Is, I think that's the thing. I had a rapport with you straight away, because even though I kind of pushed back, it worked, didn't it? So there you go. So cold calling can work, but I don't think we're not the kind of organisation that would probably start cold calling.
No, you don't have to cold call, and no, and I'm not trying to sell you cold calling services or anything like that. No. I just cold call because I teach it, and if I can't do it, I can't teach it, right? You see?
No, to be fair, no, that makes sense.
I got to
cool.
live what I teach.
Look forward to meeting up with you on Monday afternoon.
All right, I'll send you an invite over, Harry, and yeah. All right, well, look, have a great weekend, and talk next week.
Yeah, have a good one. See you later. Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, how was that? Well, that was, he was a talker. Yeah, how cool was that? He went from saying, I don't like cold calls, I don't believe in cold calls. 20 minutes later, we're having a meeting off of a cold call. How it turned was this, is I was listening. I was listening to what he was saying, and he said something, and because I'm not scared to challenge, I challenged him, and he mentioned something about how I'm sure he said they win 25% of their quotes or pitches. And I heard that, and I said to him, can I ask you a question? Well, why do you quote and pitch? And I'm assuming you charge for these. Now, that's a presumptive question. Or you could call it assumptive, because I said assume. And I do that because the odds of him saying yes are pretty slim. I knew he would say no. Not guaranteed, but pretty sure 99% of the time when you ask someone how much they charge for their quotes or proposals, they're going to say we don't charge. That's where I wanted to get him. And then that got him slightly thinking, and the conversation elaborated and went on and on and on. And like you say, I even said to him, do you know my name at the end? He said no. How much did he tell me? He booked a meeting with me. Still, Hadn't got my name. Still doesn't know what company I work for. Notice every question he asked me, I returned in a question. He goes, so is it just you or you got a team of trainers? I said, if it was just me, would you be disappointed? I said, it's a question. He said, where are you based? I said, if I told you Bournemouth, what would you say? Ah, you see? So, the art of selling, the art of prospecting is conversational questioning, listening and questioning on what they're saying. I don't go into these meetings with a wealth of knowledge. I don't go into these calls with a wealth of knowledge. I just go into it knowing all I have to do is listen and use my questions on their words. It's that simple. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. Cold calling is one particular channel. Yeah? Use email, use direct mail, use all the other ways of getting in front of people. I mean, I've been sitting here now for about 45 minutes to an hour doing this, and I've had, 3 or 4 conversations, and we got 1 meeting, which is all right, but could I do this constantly to grow my business? I would need some other form. So, like I say, cold calling is great for those types of conversations. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah. Damn it, I've got to start back at 0 because I got a yes before I got my 10 no's. And that's the name of the game. That's how it works. I couldn't get to 10 no's and I got a meeting. That's how I grew good at prospecting, trying to get no's. It, I got a yes. So if you want to see more live cold calling, you better subscribe to my channel or watch this video.